So by now, you have a good picture of what you want the next season of your life to look like and have decided on the areas you need to change or grow in. So now your box top and your corners are all in place. Now it's time to find and connect these edges. Joan of Arc once said, "All battles are first won or lost in the mind." And that's so true. The edges of your puzzle define the boundaries and they keep you focused. In life, right thoughts are what keep us focused and where we're going and what we really want. The right thoughts inspire us and remind us to stay committed to what we really want and the person we really want to become. These right thoughts drive beneficial, useful, productive action. Right thoughts lead to good choices. Right thoughts lead to great decisions, and right thoughts fuel great habits. In Season Builder, we call right thoughts principles. So in step 3, we're going to help you adopt principles to drive your actions. You may be saying, "I've never had principles, so what's been driving my choices and decisions and actions up until now?" It's probably been thoughts produced by your feelings and circumstances. And those thoughts tend to be twisted. To help you identify some of the thought patterns that can sabotage your growth, you'll do the twisted thinking exercise, which is the awareness exercise for this week. This helps you become aware of 9 different negative thinking patterns that are basically different ways we tell ourselves lies about things that happen in our life. These lies cause us to make unwise or bad choices. A number of years ago, I wrote a book, and I had a book signing, and I was so excited until only 4 people showed up. Twisted thinking kicked in on the drive home. Man, why did I even write this book? Nobody cares about you. Man, this book stinks. I'm not doing another thing to promote it. I'll never write another book. That was what was going in my mind. I let one negative event kick off a spiral of pity and defeat. I started lying to myself. The truth was, that was just something that happened. It wasn't a string of defeats that signaled the end of my life. But boy, did my thoughts take me there. That was an example of twisted thinking at its best. Or I guess its worst. As you go through the twisted thinking exercise, I'm sure you'll see some examples that you'll be saying, "Same." In addition to identifying and helping you combat twisted thinking, step 3 also equips you to fight the excuses you pamper yourself with that keep you stuck. Does this sound familiar? The alarm goes off at 6 a.m. You set it last night because you told yourself that you were working out today. And as you grope for the snooze, not feeling like going, all the excuses and negative thoughts start flooding your mind. "I'll go tomorrow. I'm too tired. I won't be any good today. I'll go after lunch." And all of a sudden, boop, the snooze is reached. You're back asleep and you don't go to the gym. You didn't feel like going. So your feelings fueled your excuses and then made the decision. One of the most important, if not the most important thing you can do to change and grow and mature is to adopt and live by principles rather than feelings and circumstances. So this is what I mean. What if you started reminding yourself right when the alarm started going off, "Hey, excuses will always be there, opportunity won't. Hey, my goals don't care how I feel. If I want a different result, hey, Taylor, you got to make a different choice." Or, "I have to choose what I want most over what I want now," which at that time is a little bit more sleep. Those are principles. Those are the thoughts that you plant and replant in your mind to stabilize you and propel you forward when you don't feel like it, when it's uncomfortable, when it's hard, when it's scary. Once you're aware of some of that twisted thinking you have, the next 2 exercises help you adopt your own principles to live by. The Free Space worksheet guides you in adopting universal principles. So universal principles are principles that you can apply to any situation, regardless of how you may be intentionally trying to change or grow in this season of your life. So you'll pick 4 of those. They can be general or biblical or any combination of the 2. So pick 4 that specifically speak to you and combat the lies that you tell yourself. The final exercise is the edges worksheet. In this exercise, you'll adopt 4 principles for each one of your corners that you've chosen. You'll see a link to the principle bank in your playbook. The principle bank has each corner at the top. You click on the corner and it'll take you down to a list of suggested principles that will inspire and motivate you in that growth area. The principles in the principle bank are just suggestions. If your dad always told you something that helped you, or maybe you remember a wise saying from your grandmother, feel free to use that as one of your principles. Hey, but pick sticky principles, ones that you will relate to well and that will stick with you. So at the end of this step, you'll have adopted 20 principles, 4 universal principles, and 16 corner principles. Remember, these are going to be the new thoughts that you're going to continuously plant and replant in your mind. So when it gets tough to do what you know you should do, you'll do it anyway. This is the next step that many people like the most. Enjoy connecting the edges.